Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bird's Eye View for this special homecoming edition of Friday Night Football here at Cardinal Field. Cardinals welcoming in the 3-0 Smith Center Redmen. Cardinals are 1-2 as they're hoping to take another victory this year on this homecoming night. Reason we're starting up early tonight is because there are some homecoming activities here in just a few minutes, and we're going to try to show you those as best we can. Probably won't be able to hear much of what they're saying, but should be able to see the activities here before the game. So that'll start up here in just a few minutes. But if you're joining us here tonight, I just want to also let you know there are multiple opportunities for you to watch the game tonight. Obviously here on the Bird's Eye View. Smith Center School's YouTube channel is offering the game as well. And kind of a new addition is the Tiger Media Network here tonight. They are up here doing their game of the week. Some students doing a good job up here as they are broadcasting the game as well. And then KQMA Radio here broadcasting on the radio and also as the play-by-play for Smith Center. So we want to thank you again for joining us here tonight. I'm Tom Winters along with Ashlyn Whitney, my camera person for the night again. Much cooler conditions this time around as it was a few weeks ago. Cardinals, again, 1-2 on the year. Smith Center coming in 3-0. And it's homecoming. We want you to stick around and see what happens. So we'll be back in just a few minutes for your homecoming activities prior to the game. Thanks for joining us here tonight. All right, welcome back, Cardinal fans, to the Bird's Eye View homecoming night here at Cardinal Field, and we're just about getting ready to start the homecoming pregame festivities where they'll be crowning this year's king and queen. In the background, you might be able to hear our fire whistles are going off, so we've got a few people having to leave the facility to go help out with whatever is happening with that fire call. Hopefully everyone is okay with that. But Cardinals are done warming up for now. They're coming over to the sideline. And, again, we'll have the candidates and the crowning here in just a few moments. Again, thanks for joining us here on the Bird's Eye View. We'll be right back. All right, here we are live at Cardinal Field. Looks like they're getting ready for the candidates to come down the runway of the track here in just a moment. They'll be announced. I'll have the microphone outside the booth, just hopefully you can catch as much as you can catch. And we will follow them to the best of our ability up here in the bird's eye view nest, as we like to call it. But again, tonight, homecoming game here. 1 and 2 Cardinals welcoming in the 3-0 Smith Center Redmond, and Cardinals hoping to even their record this year with 2 and 2 after tonight. Hopefully the huge crowd we have already tonight, along with just the excitement in the air as we're going to be celebrating our state football teams from the 80s. I think the excitement in the air, along with the homecoming and everything else, should help the Cardinals on to victory tonight. All right, we're just waiting here a few more minutes before they begin the homecoming festivities here, the crowning, the coronation. Good crowd. I'm looking down up over the bleachers here, and there are a few spots available, but there's also a steady stream of people still coming into the bleachers. So I have a feeling by the time this game kicks off at 7 o'clock, we are going to have a packed house here at Cardinal Field, which is exactly what the Cardinals need tonight on this big homecoming game. We have the 5 King candidates waiting there at about the 40-yard line, and the Queen candidates are getting loaded up into their vehicles on the north end of the field. And again, we'll have that ready to go. It was scheduled to get started at around 6:30, running just a little bit behind, but we'll stay live here so that you can catch the action as they come down the track and get escorted to the field by their King candidates.
She's been involved in NHS for 2 years, FFA for 4 years, FCCLA for 4 years, and Pep Club for 4 years, including 1 year as co-president. Reagan is planning on attending the University of Kansas and majoring in psychology. Reagan is being escorted by Zane Stahl. Zane is the son of Adam Stahl and the late Daniela Moore. He has participated in football for 4 years, wrestling for 3 years, and baseball for 1 year. He has been a member of the all-school play for 3 years. Zane plans to enlist in the Marines upon graduation. Our next Queen candidate is Paxton Osmeyer. Paxton is the daughter of Troy and Jody Osmeyer. She has participated in cheer for 4 years, volleyball for 4 years, and track for 1 year. She's been a member of FFA for 3 years and FCCLA for 4 years. Paxton plans to attend Hayes Academy of Hair Design for a license in cosmetology. Paxton is being escorted by Riken Brown. He has participated in football for 4 years and track for 3 years. He has been a member of FFA for 1 year. for 1 year. Trade-ins plans after high school are decided at Austin. Our junior attendants this year are Layton Rubin, the daughter of Skylar and Reese Rubin, and Duke Bonesteele, the son of Brody and Samantha Bonesteele. Escorting our junior attendants and presiding over this year's coronation is our 2024 homecoming queen and king, Abby Molina and Troy Matthew. Our 2025 homecoming king is Riddick Bethel. Our 2025 homecoming queen is Emma Fazell.
All right, there you have it. This year's king and queen for Plainville, Riddick Bethel and Emma Fazell. Congratulations to those two, and congratulations to the other candidates for being nominated and out here on the field here tonight. Homecoming night here at Plainville. Hope you are ready for a good football game as we have a undefeated Smith Center team coming to town, and the Cardinals are hungry for a victory as they are 1-2 on the season. As you can see on the game clock, there's about 16 minutes here before game time. We're going to check out here just for a second, and we'll be back before game time. Again, Cardinal Field, homecoming tonight. Plainville against Smith Center. Don't go anywhere. You got a great game coming tonight. All right, Plainville Cardinals out on the field. Have not seen Smith Center back out yet. I'm sure they'll be on the field here shortly. Again, this is homecoming night. Smith Center coming in 3-0, having gotten victories over Chapman, Norton, and Phillipsburg. Cardinals 1-2, losing their first game of the season to Phillipsburg, and then a big win against Sacred Heart Salina here, and then going to Russell last week. A lot of storm delays, a lot of weird weather. It was 6-0 at halftime, but Russell came out in the second half and was able to pull away in that one. So the Cardinals looking for that second victory of the year to get their record up to 2-2. Smith Center wanting to keep their record undefeated on the season, and we'll see how things roll here tonight. Field looks beautiful. It is a beautiful night here. There's hardly any breeze. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not much. And here come your Plainville Cardinals. Tradition here at Plainville to run out to the center of the field with the flags. And we are down under 10 minutes here before game time. We're going to take another short break, and we will be right back on your Cardinal Network, Cardinal Media Production, and Bird's Eye View. All right, bringing you back here to Cardinal Field. I mentioned this earlier before the homecoming festivities, but in case you were not signed in at that time, want to list here some other media outlets that you could view the game on tonight in case something happens to the Bird's Eye View stream. Of course, we always appreciate you staying with us as we bring you Cardinal activities here at home. Other options tonight, though, would be the Smith Center YouTube channel. They are here, and they have the radio announcer from KQMA as their play-by-play person. Also, you can pick it up on KQMA out of Phillipsburg, the radio station. And new here tonight, Tiger Media Network. We welcome them in, some students up here using this as their game of the week. And so those links, all the links to all these media outlets can be found on the school Facebook page. So if you drop something on our feed, you can sure go check that out on the school Facebook page and find those links. All of them are on YouTube. You can also search Tiger Media Network, Bird's Eye View, and also Smith Center and find them as well. Smith Center now out on the field, ready to finish up their final warm-ups. We'll have the coin toss here in a second, and we'll get ready to go with our action tonight here. Great MCL contest as it is always between Plainville and Smith Center. right, great job there by the choir bringing us the national anthem here tonight as, again, we get ready for homecoming action here at Cardinal Field. Getting ready for, again, the coin toss here in just a moment. Don't think we'll have any weather delays this week, Ashland, as it looks like clear skies, not much of a breeze, and it was about low 80 degrees when game started. I think we're going to be in the 70s most of the night. It is a beautiful night for football. Looks like it'll be Brown, Bethel, Maupin, and Rudman headed out to the field for the Cardinals. And we will see here in a moment what happens. Again, beautiful crowd here tonight. Looking down again, I told you the stands were filling up, and there are still people coming into the stands. And there's not many seats left down there, Ashland, at all for people to sit in. But hopefully you can still make it out to the game. I'm looking out at the south end of the field, too, by the scoreboard, and that is packed down there as well. So good crowd here tonight. Good crowd on the Smith Center side as well. So it looks like Smith Center will be receiving first on the north end of the field. Players are shaking hands down there. And we'll get ready here for some football. Down to about a minute left here. If you can't get excited for this game, it's going to be tough to get excited for any game. These two teams have had some hard-fought battles over the year, and this looks to be another one here tonight at home. Back here at the field. Cardinals kicking off here. They'll be kicking from the south end of the field. And it looks like, I believe, number 12, Carson Ditter, doing the kicking for Plainville tonight. And here we go. Kick is up and around going to drop about the 30-yard line. Might go out of bounds, and it does. It's going to be the flag thrown there as that kick rolls out at the 30. So no return there by the Redmen, and they will take, let's see what they decide to do here. Still have the ball sitting there at the 30, waiting to see what Smith Center wants to do with this. And it kind of looks like they're going to take the penalty there on the kickoff. And that's going to move it to the 35-yard line. So that's where Smith Center will take over 1st and 10 on first possession here tonight. Receiver out wide, right and left. Smith Center on a long count there. They're probably going to take it second back through. Big penetration there by the Cardinals and taken down immediately. I think that was Moppin on that tackle for the Cardinals. On the run, I think it was Riley Griffin Powers, and he got nothing on that one. So great penetration there by the Cardinals. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Same formation for the Redmen, another long count. This time we're going first back through, and again, he's tripped up immediately. And that one being run by Wilson. Only a small gain there of about 2 yards, so they've got 2 plays here so far. Only a gain of about 2. We'll give them 3 yards, I guess. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Smith Center here. Same formation. This time, handoff again. Faked around the left side. That's quarterback number 4. He's got some room to run. He got some blockers out there for him, too. And he might take this one all the way if the Cardinals can't get there. I don't see any flags on the field. So Parker Hutchinson just took that one all the way from the 38-yard line in for a long touchdown for Smith Center on the 3rd play from scrimmage. 3rd down and 7, and he takes it 62 yards for the touchdown. So with 10:36 here to go in the first quarter, Smith Center strikes first on a quarterback keeper around the left side, and they'll line up here and go for, looks like they're going to go for 2. They had a kicker warming up before the game. He had a really good leg on him, but they are going to go for 2. So one receiver out wide left. The ball is on the ground. See if the Cardinals can get to him before he does anything with it. Pass thrown. No good. Incomplete. So that's going to make it 6-0 to start off this game. On the 62-yard run by Hutchinson, Smith Center up 6-0 over Plainville. We'll be right back.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Once again, we're back here live, Cardinal Field. Smith Center striking very quickly on the 3rd play of the game, and Cardinals will get their first chance here. I wanted to show this one more time here. Some other media outlets that are having the game here tonight. Of course, Bird's Eye View, if you're watching us right now, Smith Center YouTube channel, and also Tiger Media Network. All of those are on YouTube. So anything happens, or if you want to switch, those are the options. All those links are available on the YouTube, on the school Facebook page. You can find those links, or you can go to YouTube and search them up and find them that way. Definitely not the way the Cardinals wanted to start this one out, as Hutchinson took it over 60 yards on the 3rd play from scrimmage. So the Cardinals will see if they can get this and strike back early here on Smith Center. Looks like Wilson ready to do the kicking for the Redmen. And their formation a little bit tight there, almost on this near side at the hash mark, and their kick is going to be a line drive. Cardinals pick it up there. I think that was Zane Saul picking it up, and he gets taken down at about the 26-yard line. He By the time he was able to get the ball picked up, he just didn't have anywhere to go. So the Cardinals, with 10:30 to go here in the first quarter, will have their first possession, 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. All right, Cardinals lined up with 2 receivers out wide left. Dentino in the backfield. Ball is on the ground. He's just going to have to fall on it. So the Cardinals off to a shaky start here on offense as they're going to lose some yards on that one. Let's see. They're going to take him back about 2 yards. So on the first play, the ball hits the ground. And coming into the game will be, Brown is coming into the game. He's out wide left with Patel. Maupin is in motion. And Dentino looking to throw. He gets Ari Patel here on the left side. Gets those yards back that they lost on that first play. About a 3-yard pass play to Patel, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 as they're back to the original line of scrimmage. So first pass, first completion for Dentino. Now it looks like the receivers are going to go out wide right as they're sitting on the left hash here. Clock rolling at 9:23. Maupin in motion coming to the left side. He gets set. Snap to Dentino. Quick handoff to Drayden Puckett. He's got some room. He's at the 40. He ducks a tackle and he's going to make it down to the 45. Huge gain there of about 17 yards by Puckett. And the Cardinals get a 1st down on their 3rd play. That was a fantastic run there. Great blocking by the line as the Cardinals open up that left side. And Puckett takes it for about 17. Receivers out wide right. Cardinals really need that. Dentino handoff to Puckett. He's going to the right side. And he's going to get driven back, but not before he gets about 5 yards. So 4th play of the game for the Cardinals. Positive yards again. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Plainville. All right, Cardinals on the move. Crowd getting into this one as well. Now Cardinals have receivers out wide right and left. Puckett still in the backfield with Dentino. And this time a late handoff. No, Dentino's going to keep it himself. Oh, he only had one guy to beat there. Now there's a flag deep in the backfield on the defensive side. We'll see what the call is back there. It wasn't a pass play, so there wouldn't have been any defensive holding or anything like that, so we'll see. And it's going to be against the Cardinals. They're going to say it was the Cardinals holding back there, so that's going to hurt after that first play. So 5 yards from 5 plays so far for the Cardinals. They've had both positive and negative yards there. So from the spot of the foul, let's see where they're going to end up with this one. Cardinals are already up on the ball, ready to snap it, but I think this might get moved a little bit here. So they are signaling a hold against Plainville, and that is going to back them up. I think the Cardinals were just trying to get up there and get it snapped. That's going to move them way back to where they are at 2nd down and about 14. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line. And the Cardinals ready to go with 2 receivers on the left side, no receivers out wide right. And Dentino stepping back to throw, gets it over here to the sideline. Ari Patel, all 6'5" of him, goes up and gets that ball and brings it down. Gets a lot of those yards they just lost on that holding call. And the Cardinals are in a much better position here on 3rd down with about 3rd down and 4, and they are across midfield. All right, Cardinals able to move the ball. They can keep away from the penalties. Receivers out to the right side this time. Looks like Zane Stahl might be in the backfield, and he's going to get the handoff. Go left. He's cutting it up. He's at the 40, and inside they're going to spot him at the 40. That's going to be a first down for the Cardinals. So their second first down here on their drive, and they're going to be at the 40-yard line of Smith Center with 7:49 here to go in the first quarter. So the Cardinals doing what they need to do, keeping the hands out of the Redmen, keeping the ball out of the hands of the Redmen and moving the ball down the field. Patel way out wide to the right. As you can see before, he is tall and he can jump and he's athletic, so he's able to catch that ball. Dentino trying to keep it, and he's going to lose 5 yards on that play. So -5 on that one, going to make it second. Actually, going to give him -4. So second down and 14 here for Plainville. And coming into the game is Williford and Myers. And they'll go out wide right. Dentino waiting for the snap. Second down and 14. Handoff to Puckett, left side. Going to get a few yards, but a host of Smith Center Redmen driving him back. Let's see where they spot him. Looks like they're maybe going to give him 2. It's going to make it third down and 12. So positive yards anyway that time. Puckett coming back out. He was hobbled a little bit last week at the Russell game. He's looking pretty good so far. I think they're going to have to kind of watch him tonight and see how he does. But so far so good for Puckett on the carries he's had. Snap to Dentino, step back. He's going to throw to the right sideline, and Patel again. Oh, he's going to be so close to the first down. He turned and stretched and tried to get it. A positive gain there of about 13. They needed 14. And the Cardinals will have 4th and 1. They've had good luck on the ground. Let's see if they can pick this one up. 4th and 1 for Plainville. Quick handoff left side. And let's see, I think he ducked right underneath the tackle. I think he got it. But no, I don't know. I'm seeing the side judge come up, and they're going to, if the spot they're giving him and where the flag or the marker is, this may be short. I don't know if he slipped down and his knee touched or not. And they're going to say he did not make it. So it'll be Smith Center's ball. They'll take over at the 30-yard line with 5:47. Boy, the Cardinal, I think he had that first down picked up. I think he slipped and his knee went down before he was able to gain all the yards needed for that first down. Otherwise, I think the Cardinals would have been moving right along. Smith Center now with 2 receivers out wide right. Again, kind of a long count, trying to keep that defense off balance a little bit. And they're going to hand off quick up the front. Oh, hand off to the second back. And the Cardinals do a good job. Always tough to gather your thoughts there when Smith Center is faking those handoffs, but the second back got it, and the Cardinals get him stopped. So no gain on that first play. It'll be second down and 10. All right, same formation, Smith Center this one as they did on first down. Cardinals loading it up there, bringing their linebackers up, expecting the run, and that's what it was. I think he may have gotten a yard, and that is all. Cardinal defensive line and linebackers stiffening up there and only allowing 1 yard, so a +1 on that one, and that's going to make it third down and long for Smith Center. This would be a huge stop for the Plainville defense if they can get it done here and get the ball back for the offense. The offense had a good job moving the ball there. They just could not make that last first down on the 4th and short. Smith Center back to their original formation they did on their first drive. Receivers wide right and left. Now number 3 in motion on the left side, coming all the way across. They're going to hand off again. Nope, quarterback Hutchinson's going to keep it again. He scored on that play earlier, and the Cardinals not fooled at all this time as they bring him down after a short 3-yard gain. And Smith Center looking at a 4th and 5 from their own 36-yard line. Great play there on the defensive end. I don't know if that was Patel that made the tackle, but that's his end over there. And they did not bite on that one as they did on the first time around. So now it looks like they are going back to punt. Myers and Puckett back to get it for the Cardinals. And Smith Center in punt formation. Snap is a good one, and he gets it away. It looked like he was almost going to fake it for a while. Cardinals getting away from it. It's a good thing they did, as it rolls down, and it'll stop at the 29-yard line. So Plainville will take over on their own 29-yard line with 3:24 here to go in the first. We have Smith Center 6, Plainville 0. We'll be right back.
The thrill of a touchdown, the excitement of a successful pass, all combine to remind us that state football championship games are only moments away. Sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, state championship playoffs will begin October 30th and conclude with the final game.
And we are back quicker than I was expecting as they are ready to roll here. Ball sitting there on about the 29-yard line. Puckett left side. He's got a hole again. See if he can spin out of this tackle. Number 72 for Smith Center, bringing him down. That would be Isaiah Hack. So first play, nets about 6 yards. Cardinals are in business. Boy, that play has been open tonight for Drayden Puckett. And this first quarter rolling fast here. We're at 2:55 in the first. After that first big score by Smith Center, it's been quite the battle here. Cardinals 2 receivers out wide left, 1 out wide right. Single back in the backfield. And a quick handoff. Puckett trying to spin out of it. And they caught him and throw him down. Looked like number 78, Schlatter, finishing it off for the Redmen. So that is going to be a loss of about a yard. So third and a very long 4 for Plainville. We do have the play clock in the corners. You can't see that. I told one of these days I'll get maybe another camera up here so you can see the play clock. Plenty of time left, though. Only 16 seconds on that play clock. Cardinals loading up the short side of the field here with the receivers. See if they go up to Patel again on down the sideline. Dentino looking to throw. He's looking that way. He's got Brown open. He lets it go. I think he caught it. And he did. Nice catch there. Was that Brown that caught that one? Or did Patel come back for that one? No, it's Patel that came back for that one. Nice catch on the sideline. Referees are talking about it. And let's see if they give it to him, and they do. First down. What a great job there as the Cardinals able to get that first down in this drive. And they are across midfield again. Straight handoff to Stahl. He's going to go up the left side. That has been working. That left side off the tackle been working great for the Cardinals tonight. That's going to be a big gain for Zane Stahl. And just about like we did on the last first down, about 6 yards on the first play from the Cardinals. And they're getting close to down to where they were earlier. Cardinals showing good life here on offense and defense. Moppin in motion, going to the right side. He gets set. Snap. Off to Stahl, going right side this time, and he's swallowed up over there by number 72 from the Redmen. So he's going to get maybe, it looks like they maybe give him a yard on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for Plainville. Clock rolling with a minute to go here in the first quarter. And Puckett still the lone back in the backfield, at least on this play. And we're going to have a timeout. Timeout called for by the Cardinals. 6-0 Smith Center with 43 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We will be right back. All right, back here at Cardinal Field, 6-0 Smith Center. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Cardinals driving again. Fifth play of this drive, sixth play coming up, as most of it has been positive yards this time around. They had a good drive earlier that ended on a 4th and short. Cardinals taking a timeout here to make sure that they have everything in a row here. 3rd down and 3 for Plainville. Puckett headed back out onto the field. Dentino, of course, quarterback. And I see Brewster and Moppin over there on the right side. We got 2 receivers out here on the left side. Can't quite see their numbers. I think one might be Williford. And Dentino taking the snap, hands it off to Puckett. He's going right side. Almost breaks it free. Kind of a saving tackle there by Smith Center over there on that left side of the defense. That's going to be enough for a first down. Drayden Puckett 5 yards and a first down for Plainville. Second first down of this drive. And the Cardinals are in action again down to the 34-yard line of Smith Center. And we'll see if we get another playoff here. We should probably have to, by the play clock, we will have to get another playoff here before the end of the first quarter. And then we'll take a break while they switch sides. But this has been a really good, entertaining first quarter here for homecoming night at Cardinal Field. And the handoff over to the right side. And Smith Center doing a good job of sniffing that one out. And Puckett dropped without any gain on that one. And that's probably going to do it for quarter number 1. And that will do it for the end of quarter number 1. Thank you again for staying with us here on the Bird's Eye View. We'll be right back for quarter number 2. It's Smith Center 6, Plainville 0. We'll be back here on the Bird's Eye View.
Are you a fan of the Plainville Cardinals? Do you enjoy watching the students compete? When you can, please attend the games and support the teams. But when you can't, you can catch all of the Cardinal home games on Bird's Eye View. Go Cards! Are you a fan of the Plainville Cardinals? Do you enjoy watching the students compete?
All right, back here at Cardinal Field, everyone's up on their feet cheering on the Cardinals, including our very own Plainville Cardinal down there on the track. Hopefully you're enjoying that at home. Much better situation for the old Cardinal tonight as it's not 100 degrees like it was a few weeks ago. But the cheerleaders and the Cardinal are doing a great job getting this crowd fired up here tonight as, again, the stands are full, the parking lot is full. I haven't checked. I know we had the fire whistles out earlier, and I do see the fire truck back, so I'm glad to see that. That means hopefully nothing too serious on that call. Cardinals able to get some positive yards here tonight, especially on the run game. They've been able to throw it to the outside and get it up high to Ari Patel. So they're mixing it up real well tonight to keep Smith Center guessing. Just grind it out, run the clock, and score is what the Cardinals need to do tonight and keep Plainville off of the offensive side of the ball. So Cardinals coming back up here for their next play of this drive. 2nd down and 10 after that last play that did not net them any yards. So this should be the 8th play. Hand off to Puckett. He has room. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Stiff arms 5. And he's down to the 3-yard line. They're going to give him out between the 3 and the 4. Holy smokes. What a great run there by Puckett. Huge run from the 34-yard line. I do not see any flags on the field. Oh, I do see a flag on the field. Way down there when where the play ended. So this will be interesting to see what that flag is all about. I'm going to say a face mask on Smith Center. So bonus for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals now, after that big run from Puckett of about 30 yards, and Cardinals are going to be 1st and goal. Should be half the distance here, I believe. They're at the 4 right now. And it's going to move it up to the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, Plainville from the 2-yard line. The crowd really getting into it now. And see what the Cardinals have cooked up here for this one. Probably quick handoff, and they do to Stahl. Cuts it left, cuts it right. Touchdown, Plainville Cardinals. How about that? Zane Stahl on a little 2-yard run around the right side, cuts it back up, and they score with 11:48 here to go in the second quarter. Good combination again of passing and running on that one as the Cardinals move the ball well, and they'll take that 2-yard touchdown from Stahl. Cardinals not lining up to kick here. They're going to go for 2 as well, so 6-6 the score right now. And Dentino going to keep it himself. He cuts it up inside. No signal. And there it is. Cardinals get the 2-point conversion, and they go up 8-6 on Smith Center. 11:48 to go here in the first half. We'll be right back here on the Bird's Eye View. How about those Plainville Cardinals marching the ball down, starting that drive off on their own 28-yard line and punching it in. 11:48 to go here in the second quarter. And then the 2-point conversion by Dentino, and the Cardinals up 8-6. All right, kickoff coming here. Looks like it'll be Carson Ditter doing the kicking again for Plainville. And this is what this homecoming crowd came to see, a good, hard-fought, grinded-out ball game. And so far, that's exactly what we're getting. Ditter coming up to the ball for the kick. Kick going to the right side again. And this one's going to go out at about the 26-yard line. So I think the Smith Center will take that again, and they'll get them, I think, at the 35-yard line like they did last time. So we'll see where that one gets spotted. So 1st and 10 Smith Center with 11:48 to go here in the second. We'll see where that, I think that ends up on the 35. And that's exactly where they are going to spot it. So they'll start off on their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Last time they were up, they had to punt. First time they had the ball, they ran a 60-yard touchdown. So Cardinals defense tightening up on the Redmen, and they are packing it in. The Cardinals are. Hand off to the first back. Cardinals are not going to let that stuff go through. Absolutely not. Multiple Cardinals in there on that tackle. Look like maybe led there by senior Riddick Bethel. Homecoming king Riddick Bethel, as he is and a host of other Cardinals give no gain on first down there on Smith Center. So they'll have 2nd down and 10. Second play from scrimmage. Receivers out wide right and left for the Redmen. This time they're going second back around the left side. Huge stop over there. Great stop over there. Let me get my numbers here. Reed Stamper. He came out of nowhere and dropped the Smith Center Redmond for a 2-yard loss. So Smith Center on their first 2 plays here, no gain and -2 yards. Cardinal defense is fired up. And it looks like they're going to send some pressure here. No, now they're going to back off a little. Quarterback rolling out, Hutchinson. He's got a arm, and he throws to nobody. Cardinals do a good job of laying off and don't hit him. And it's going to be 4th and 12 for Smith Center. So 3 and out for them. as they'll be punting the ball away on 4th down. We'll see where Plainville, last punt wasn't a very far punt. It's almost like he stopped and surveyed everything to see if he had an option to maybe throw it. So I don't know if they have that in their playbook for a little fake here early on in the game, but they're a little deeper in their own side of the field this time, so I imagine they will not try that here in the first half. And the snap is a good one, and he does kind of delay again, gets a better kickoff. It's a line drive. I think it's Myers that has it in the backfield, and he's going to get about a 10-yard gain there on the return. And it'll start at the 37-yard line for Plainville. So pretty much every drive has started to right around the 30-yard line of each team so far tonight. So the Cardinals, no stranger to this position. We'll see if they can drive it down and score again. That last drive taking a long time. They punched it in right at the beginning of the second quarter. Patel coming out, and looks like Myers going back in. Got some scores coming in from our great source, Cale Dobson. Sorry, Cale. Almost gave credit to your dad. Cale Dobson, and here we got a timeout here, so we'll take that here. Into the first quarter, Oakley 7, Syracuse 0. Both of those teams Plainville will take on later on in the year. Hoxie 22, Stockton 6, and Trigo 16, Wichita County 14. Those are at the end of the first quarter. Thank you, Cale Dobson, for those updates. We'll be right back after this timeout here on the Bird's Eye View. All right, back here at Cardinal Field. Cardinal band doing a good job keeping the crowd fired up, led by Mr. Basher, the new band instructor here at Plainville. Sure makes the game a little, I don't know, just gives it a different feel when the band here is playing, and they are doing a good job down there. 1st and 10, Plainville. And Cardinals again putting receivers out here on the short side of the field. See if they run left, though. Nope, quick pass, quick face. Oh, they got somebody open down the line. It's Brown. Ooh, flag thrown. I think that's going to be a defenseless player there, as he was up to try to catch the pass, and Smith Center came in and hit him while he was in the air. So it's going to be, I'm sure, that defenseless player penalty on the Redmen, and that's going to give the Cardinals some more yardage here. Hopefully Brown is okay. I saw him get up a little slowly, but I think he's okay. And the Cardinals will have the ball all the way up to the 48-yard line of Smith Center. 1st and 10. Second play from the second play on this drive here. Handoff to Puckett up the middle. He's got room. He's at the 40 and pulled down. He only had one other player to beat. Pulled down just inside the 40, just short of the first down. So about an 8-yard gain for Puckett. And the Cardinals looking at 2nd and 2 here. Still a lot of time here left in the first half. 9:50 to go. Again at halftime today, they'll be honoring and celebrating the state football teams from the 80s. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you some of that action as well here on the Bird's Eye View. Cardinals split out 2 receivers wide left. And they're just going to give a heavy dose of Drayden Puckett. He's going to get a few more yards of first down. And he is not going down without a fight. makes it all the way to the 36-yard line. They're going to spot him closer to the 35. That'll be another first down for Plainville after that short gain by Puckett. So we'll just call it the 35-yard line. Cardinals have it. Clock at 9:28 here in the first half as it rolls again. Williford coming in with Myers. They're going out wide left. And it looks like Zane Stahl in the backfield with Dentino. He's run the ball very well tonight. He's going to get another chance. Right side cuts it up. He's at the 30. He's going to get driven out at about the 28-yard line. Great gain there by Zane Stahl. They're going to give him about 6 yards on that one. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4. A very long 4 for Plainville, but 2nd down and 4. And Cardinals coming up to the line. Patel going way out wide left. And Brown out there, I believe, with him. Quick handoff to Stahl. He's got some room and he's got some wheels. He's going to get pulled down at about the 21-yard line, but it's going to be another first down for the Cardinals. So 3 first downs here in this drive, and they are still rocking and rolling here. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. That's where they're going to mark him down after that gain. And again, the receiver's out wide left. Handoff. This time he's going to get pulled down, but not before at least a couple of yards there. We'll see exactly where they spot him. Looks like it's going to be close to the 20-yard line. It's going to make it, let's see here, 2nd down and about 8. So we're going to give him 2 yards on that one. And Brown and Patel back into the lineup for Plainville. Way out wide is Patel. And Dentino just a handoff to Puckett. Left side, he's going to get twisted down. I think he got about a yard on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long for Plainville. And they're going to say 3rd down, and we're going to say 7. So 3rd and 7 for Plainville, but as far as they are into Smith Center territory, I'm guessing this is 4-down territory if they don't get it on this one. Patel and Brown coming back into the lineup with the play. They're going to line up on the right side. Maupin's going to go out wide left. We'll see if he goes into motion on this one. Now Brown's going to go in motion. Snap to Dentino. He's going to throw it down to the corner to Patel. Oh, he went up to go get it. He would have been out of bounds anyway, but great effort there on the 3rd and long. So 4th and long now for Plainville. We'll have to see what they dial up here on this play. Clock stops at 6:45 here to go in the 2nd quarter. All right, we got a timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here on the Bird's Eye View after this short timeout. All right, back here live, Cardinal Field. Timeout called on the field by the Cardinals, so that's their last time out of the half. Smith Center still has all 3 of their timeouts on the board. And the Cardinals faced with a 4th and 7 here. Went for the long pass to Patel in the corner on 3rd and 7 and didn't get it. So they're definitely going to line up and go for it here this deep into Smith Center territory. They got receivers, kind of the same formation. They've got receivers out here on the right side. Looks like Patel and maybe Brown, and on the left side, Moppin. He's out wide left with Puckett in the backfield. Looking to throw again. Now Gentino's going to run left. He's going to throw it over here to the left side, and it's going to go wide left. So the Cardinals unable to gain anything on that one, and they're going to give it up on downs. And Smith Center will take over with 6:40 here to go. And they'll be marked at, let's see where they put that one down. They're going to be at the 20-yard line. So Cardinals come up empty on that drive. Smith Center's turn here. They have one receiver out wide left, or wide right, excuse me. And hand off to the second back. And again, the Cardinal defense, since that first drive, they are owning the Smith Center line right now, not letting anything get through. That's a short, we're going to give it a 2-yard gain, but that's about all Smith Center has gotten on the ground. All right, 2nd down and 8 for the Smith Center Redmond. Cardinals looking like pressure's coming. They don't. They pass it out there to the right side to number 7, and he's going to gain enough for a 1st down. So about an 8-yard gain there by number 7. That's Doan. That's going to give Smith Center a 1st down. Okay, Smith Center lined up this time, wide receiver on the left side. Long snap. They've been doing that all night long. Almost a missed snap there, a mishandled snap. And they're going to get about 2 yards again on 1st down. And bring up 2nd down and 8 for Smith Center as the clock rolls here with 5:19 to go here in the first half. Now Smith Center back to their 2 receiver set, right and left. 2 backs in the backfield, long snap count. Oh, and they got the Cardinals to jump. I think that's kind of the point of that whole long snap count. You do that all game long, and eventually somebody's going to jump. And the Cardinals, it looked like the Cardinals jumped. I don't know if they were drawn offside, but it sure looked like that they jumped. Another score coming in from Cale Dobson, Phillipsburg 14, Beloit 8, middle of the 2nd quarter. You can catch up on the scores on online social media and follow Cale, and he'll keep you up to date on all the scores across the state of Kansas. Wasn't too many years ago you didn't know who was playing who and what the scores were until a day or 2 later, and now you can get them as they happen. Cardinals with another good stop there. So after that penalty, Smith Center only able to get 1 yard. Clock rolling again. 4:30 to go here. This is a very, very fast first half. So 3rd and short for Smith Center. Cardinals are going to have to be careful not to jump again. Hand off, first back up the middle, and I think they got him pushed back. They're only going to give him about a half a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So it's going to be 4th and short for Smith Center. They are still on their side of the field at the 40-yard line. 3:38 here to go in the first half, and they are looking like they are going to go for it here. Again, the Cardinals are going to have to be careful not to jump on that long count. Definitely Smith Center lined up to go for it here. Cardinals need to be disciplined here on the line. And they snap it. Quarterback's going to keep it. And I think he's going to get enough for the first down. Not much more, but enough to get him across, and he does. So Hutchinson gets it across for about a 2-yard gain, and that'll be a first down for Smith Center. So they'll keep it rolling here, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And 2 receivers out wide left, as we are now under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 8-6 Plainville. Hutchinson going to keep it around the right side. Patel not fooled by that one. Holds off on the hit there, and it's going to be, a flag on the play here. Flag at midfield. That's usually a holding area. An eligible man downfield on Smith Center. So that'll move him back a little bit here, and they'll have to try it again. So that's going to, let's see where that puts him. All the way back 5 yards. That's going to bring first down and 15. So a penalty on the Cardinals and now a penalty on Smith Center. There haven't been a whole lot of flags here tonight. And this time, Smith Center, they've got number 22 open in the sideline. That is Powers, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone on another 60-yard touchdown run on 1st and 15. So Powers on a 62-yarder with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the half, and Smith Center scores again to go up 12-8. So both touchdowns for Smith Center have been on long runs. Hutchinson in the first quarter on the first drive, 62 yards, and now Powers on a 62-yarder with 2:38 to go. And we'll see if Smith Center lines up the kick or if they're going to go for 2 here. And it looks like they are going for 2. Snap back to Hutchinson. Pass over here. Almost intercepted, but at least stopped on the play. And so that's going to make it 12-6 or 12-8 Smith Center. Cardinals will get it back here after the kickoff. We'll take a short break here. But Smith Center on a big run by Powers takes the lead here, 12-8 with 2:38 to go in the half.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, back here live from Cardinal Field. Smith Center 12, Plainville 8 after the long run by Powers. Cardinals will get it back here, though, with some time in the first half here, still to do something with it. Cardinals will move the ball well. They've been stopped twice on 4th down here in the first half. And Smith Center ready to kick off here. And that one's going to go left and picked up over there. Let's see, we got some room over here, some blockers, and he's going to get pulled down. Got some players over here on the sideline. Looks like that was Brown bringing that one back for Plainville. So it'll be 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 22.5-yard line. And starting this drive with 2:32 to go. No timeouts, though, for the Cardinals. Smith Center, if they can make some stops here, could use their timeouts to try to get the ball back. So this could be a very interesting series here for Plainville. Dentino looking to pass. Going over there wide left to, I think that's Patel. He breaks free. About a 13-yard gain for Ari Patel, and it's going to be a first down Plainville. So one play, one first down. And that's what the Cardinals need. The Smith Center not going to call the timeout there. And Cardinals lining it up again. This time they're going to hand it off to Puckett. Moving through the line. Going to get about three yards there. Line was still moving. Might give him 2 on that one. So 2-yard gain there for Puckett. Clock rolling here, coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 12-8. Smith Center with the lead. Nintino looking to throw. Coming over here to Patel again. Oh, nice toe tap on the sideline by Ari Patel. And he brings it in for not a first down, but a good gain there, about 5 yards. And a flag on the play. It's going to be against the Cardinals. So all that for nothing is it's going to be brought back on the penalty. Looks like they're going to call a hold on Plainville. That's really going to hurt. After a 5-yard gain would have been 3rd down and short. It's going to move them all the way back to about 2nd down and 18. So a long ways to go here. See what the Cardinals can get out a few yards here. All right, Cardinals ready to go here. Puckett in the backfield with Dentino mopping, shifting over to the left side. Ball is on the ground, and there's a fight for it. I thought Cardinals fell on it, and now they're fighting for it. Both teams saying they have it. We still don't know. The officials are up. So they're going to say it's still Plainville ball, but they lose about another 4 yards. So now it's 3rd and about 21 for Plainville. They're just going to have to try to get some of this yardage back here. Clock is rolling, 1:10 here in the first half. Hand off left side. Puckett with a little bit of room. He's going to get pulled down. I see another flag, though. Came flying in that area of where the run was made. Could be either a face mask or another hold. Look like a block maybe in the back. Penalty called on Plainville. It's going to be declined. So Cardinals will get the positive yards there, but it's still 4th and about 14. So they will be forced to punt here. And Smith Center will have the ball back with some timeouts on the board. Saw Puckett punting before the game. He was doing a good job, and I think Smith Center might take one of those timeouts now. And they do. So a timeout on the field here called for by Smith Center. We'll be right back here after this short break. Again, thank you for joining us here on the Bird's Eye View. We will be right back.
I'm Natalie, a cheerleader at Plainville High School. I enjoy cheering for the Cards, and I also enjoy seeing the stands full of fans. But if you are not able to make it, you can view home games on the Bird's Eye View on YouTube. Go Cards!
All right, back here at Cardinal Field, Smith Center timeout. That's going to leave them with 2 on the board with 1:02 left on the clock. 4th and long for Plainville, so they will be forced to punt. As I was saying before the break there, before the timeout, Cardinals were punting before the game, and they were really getting some good kicks away, so we'll see how this one goes. It looks like Doan all the way back to the 25-yard line. All starts with a good snap. And the snap is low. Puckett does get it. He gets a low line drive that's going to roll. So good job there to even get that one away after the low snap. And the Smith Center Redmond will take over 1st and 10. We're under a minute here to go, but they've got 2 timeouts. And we got a flag on the field way back there by the punter where Puckett was. And I think they're going to call roughing the punter. I saw the ball leave Puckett's foot, and I kind of watched the ball. I didn't see anything that happened afterwards. So let's, not sure exactly what happened there, but for sure, penalty called on Smith Center. So we'll see what happens here. So definitely roughing the kicker on Smith Center. Going to be declined. And it's just going to be 1st down Smith Center. So no gain there for the Cardinals to take that one. They just have to possibly punt it again, and they feel like they got a pretty good punt that time. So they're going to keep it rolling here from the Smith Center 28-yard line on this drive. So 1 score in the first quarter by Smith Center, each team scoring in the second quarter, and Smith Center having one more chance here, starting at their own 29-yard line. 2 receivers out wide right for Smith Center. 2 backs in the backfield, and again, 2 timeouts on the board. Long snap count again. He's going to go back to throw. Over to the sideline, short pass, and a good run there on the side by McKelvey. That's going to be about a 6-7 yard gain. But it looks like they're just happy with running some plays and letting the clock roll here. Not going to take any big chances. There are 2 touchdowns that come on 2 big runs. They're going back. Hutchinson looking to throw. He wants to throw deep. He's going to throw short. That's going to stop the clock. So we're at 21.9 seconds here to go in the first half. And it looked like he was wanting to turn his hips and throw deep. Cardinal pursuit there and unable to do anything, so he just kind of dumped it off. So we'll get another play here. 3rd down and short for Smith Center. 3rd down and about 4. And looks like they're going to take McKelvey out wide left. Another receiver out wide right. And there's nobody out here for the Cardinals. Now they do shift and get somebody over here on McKelvey. And he's going back to throw again. He's going to get sacked. Ball's loose. Ball was loose, but Hutchinson falls on it. And I'm guessing they're just going to let the clock run out after that one. Spun down there in the backfield, fumbled it. And that's the end of the first half. Or let's see here. Did they stop it? No, they're going to let that run. So the end of the half here at Cardinal Field, it's a good one, just like we told you. Smith Center 12, Plainville 8. Halftime festivities here at Cardinal Field as we'll be honoring the state football teams from the 80s. So we'll be back for that in just a second. And we want to thank you for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, so there is the honorees tonight, the ones that are here to celebrate the state football teams from the 80s, and we'll have, looks like a recreation cheerleader activity here going on. We'll have to mute the microphone because of the music issue, but we'll be right back here for your second half as soon as we can here on the Bird's Eye View. Welcome back here live to Cardinal Media Production Bird's Eye View. Got a few scores coming in from Cale Dobson. We'll take a look at those before we get things rolling here in the second half. Halftime score, Oakley 7, Syracuse 6. Hoxie 46, Stockton 6. And Phillipsburg 27, Beloit 14. So again, thank you so much to Cale Dobson for getting us those score updates. We'll have the second half here for you in just a little bit. First half, kind of a back and forth affair as Smith Center scored first on a 62-yard touchdown run by Hutchinson with 10:36 to go in the first quarter. Cardinals on a long drive to end the first quarter and then struck right away at the beginning of the second quarter on a 2-yard run by Zane Stahl with 11:48 to go. 2-point conversion was good, so that put Cardinals up 8-6. And then it was just back and forth, neither team really gaining an advantage, both teams having some success. But finally, Smith Center broke through with another 62-yard run, this one by Powers in the second quarter with 2:38 to go. Their 2-point conversions have been missed on both attempts, so that's where we get our 12-8 score heading into this third quarter of play. The Smith Center here kicking off to start the second half as they received in the first half. Cardinals back to receive on the north end of the field. And here we roll, and it's going to be just kind of a squib kick through the field. Still gets almost to the 20. Cardinals trying to reverse, and they get it to Puckett. He's got the sideline, and he has blockers, and he's going to get tripped up. But what a great play there by the Cardinals as they pulled the reverse on the return, and they're going to start off the half here. 1st and 10 from the Smith Center 39-yard line. All right, 1st and 10, Plainville. Quick snap and a handoff to Puckett. He's around the right side. He's down to the 30, and he's going to be knocked out. That could be a late hit, and it is. Flag flies as Puckett was hit after he was out of bounds. So the Cardinals will get some bonus yardage there. Hand off over to the right side to Zane Stahl, and he's going to get down to the, looks like about the 10-yard line. Got a penalty flag on the play. We'll be right back after we check that out. All right, after that penalty, Cardinals move back. It's going to be 1st and 20. Handoff over to the right side. And a good gain there. Going to get about 5 yards back. And that's going to bring about 2nd down and 15 for Plainville. Puckett going left side. He had success with that in the first half, and he's going to get some positive yards, about 5 yards there. Going to bring it 3rd down and 10 for the Cards. So much more manageable 3rd down here. And Cardinals lining up with 2 receivers out wide right, 1 out wide left. Now Brown in motion, fake handoff to him. He's out wide left on the flat. He's open, he's got a pass. He's down inside the 5. He's going to dive for the end zone. Touchdown, Plainville Cardinals. Touchdown on the 15-yard pass there to Brown on the left side. So with 10:41 here to go in the 3rd quarter, Cardinals regain the lead. What a great play there by the Cardinals. So Cardinals, after starting off with that great field position on that reverse kick return, take it down, and even after a penalty are able to march it in and score. So 14-12 right now, Plainville. They're going for 2. Rolling out right, looking for a receiver. They have somebody in the corner, and they got it. 2-point conversion for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals go up 16-12 with 10:41 here to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back. All right, we got some halftime scores here from Cale Dobson. Halftime, Wichita County 34, Trigo 22, and Hayes High 35, Garden City 7. I believe that's Hayes High's homecoming tonight as well. So Hayes High up 35-7 over Garden City on their homecoming. Cardinals up 16-12 now over Smith Center on their homecoming, and see if the defense is fired up now and get a stop here as we get ready to kick off to the Redmond. All right, kickoff ready to go. Carson Ditter getting ready to do it. He pooches it over here to the right side. We got a whistle already. And I think that's going to be, looking at where the flag was thrown, it's going to be somebody on the Cardinals was across the kick line before it was kicked. That's going to move him back. They'll have to kick it again. Not what the Cardinals wanted there, but they'll line up and kick it again, and we'll see what happens. All right, lining up again. Try this again, and this time it looks like it's going to be a good one. Kick down here to the right side, and it's going to be touched before it goes out of bounds. Almost could have been snagged there by the Cardinals as it had gone 10 yards. If they could have fallen on it, it would have been theirs. So a good effort there by Plainville. Smith Center, though, will take over. See where they spot it here for them. Looks like the officials are discussing, and I didn't see a flag thrown in there. I think it was touched before it went out. Smith Center coming up to the line to run a play, and yeah, they're going to be at their 37-yard line to start this 1st and 10. Not sure what the discussion was there. The Smith Center with receivers out wide right and left. Again, the long count. And they're going to hand it off to the first back, and he's once again going to get pulled back. Nothing doing there for the Smith Center offensive side. See if they give him anything. Oh, they are going to give him a long yard before he was pushed back. Almost 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and a long 8 for Smith Center. Again, we want to thank Cale Dobson for getting us scores as the evening wears on. We sure appreciate that. Helps us keep you up to date. All right, Smith Center in the same formation. 2nd down and a long 8. And that one snap almost high. They get it to 22. He's going to get pulled down. Holy smokes, what a great play over there by Zane Stahl. He was being blocked, fought off the block, and somehow got his arm around and made the tackle for a 2-yard loss. What a great play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. McKelvey and Doan coming in for Smith Center. The crowd really getting fired up here. They know how important the crowd noise is for the Cardinals here at their home field. And 3rd and 10. And looks like quarterback's going to keep it. And he's got room over there. He did this in the first half. Going around the right side, he's got blockers. He's going to cut back. He's going to be brought down, but not till he has gained about 35 yards. Just guesstimating here, maybe closer to 30 on that run. So Hutchinson around the right side, cutting it up, and on 3rd and 10, he scampers for a 1st down. So now they're in Plainville territory. Clock rolling here with 8:58 here to go in the 3rd quarter. This one's looking to be a barn burner all the way through. Both of these teams doing a good job on offense and defense. And the handoff straight up the middle. This time they're going to get some positive yards there. Almost another 1st down. As Wilson takes it up the middle for the Redmen. They're going to be short of the 1st down, but not by much. Going to be a 9-yard gain and make it 2nd down and 1. So Cardinals scoring after that kickoff return and a couple of plays. Now they're trying to get the Redmen stopped here so they can get the ball back and add some more points there. Right now it's whoever has it last. Nice stuff there by the Cardinal line. And they're going to give no gain on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and 1, a very short one for Smith Center. Like McKelvey's in motion, quick handoff up the middle, and I think that's going to be enough for the 1st down based on where they're spotting it. So about a 2-yard gain there on 3rd and 1. And that's going to give them their 2nd 1st down here on this drive. And clocks are rolling again here. 7:11 here to go in the third quarter. First half went by fairly fast. This time second back through, and he's going to get a good gain there and a little bit more. He keeps pushing, going to get about 4 yards, maybe 5. Looks like they're going to spot him at 4. Going to bring up second down, and we'll say 6, a long 6. Smith Center chewing up a lot of clock here on this drive. They send receiver out wide right and left. It's like Powers and McKelvey out wide. And that one goes up the middle on the second back. And a small gain there of about 2 yards. So the 9th play of this drive coming up for Smith Center. We got third. Where they marked that one, we're going to call it a long 4. Third and a very long 4, almost 5 yards here. Cardinals need to be careful on that long snap count. Smith Center gets it off. They get a hand off, and the Cardinals say nothing doing as they stuff the run there on the left side. Powers on the left side there trying to get some yards, and he got nothing out of that one. So 4th down and a long 4, almost 5 yards for Smith Center here. Clock still rolling, coming up on 5 minutes here on this pretty fast-moving third quarter. Snap. Hutchinson's going to keep it himself. He cuts it inside, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone on a 21-yard, actually 20, let's see where they had that one, about a 22-yard touchdown run. Taking the air a little bit out of the Cardinals. So Hutchinson doing everything on the ground tonight. So with 4:35 here to go in the third quarter, Smith Center strikes again. And they will line up for 2. 18-16 Smith Center as this game continues to go back and forth. All right, Smith Center lined up for 2 here. They got receivers out wide right and short on the left side. He might just keep it again. He's been having success on that run. Maybe an option play here. He runs into his own player, and I think that one's going to get stopped. And it does. So Cardinals unable to stop that. I think they might have been setting up a little option play around the right side. 2-point conversion is missed again by Smith Center. And the score is going to be 18-16 Smith Center with 4:35 here to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back in time for the kickoff. All right. Smith Center strikes pretty quickly on that one after a couple big plays by their quarterback, Hutchinson, and they'll be kicking off to the Cardinals again. So the last time Smith Center kicked off to the Cardinals, they did a little reverse in the backfield and ran the ball back all the way to the 40-yard line of Smith Center. So we'll see if they're going to try that again or maybe fake that this time. We'll see here what Plainville decides to do as the kick is away, and it's going to be a squib again. Maupin lets it go by him. It's live, and a lot of people diving on it. I'm not sure. I hope Plainville ended up on it. It went past 10 yards, and so it was a live ball. And it looks like it's going to stay Plainville ball. So that one, close call, but the Cardinals come out with the ball on that one. It'll be at the 34-yard line as they take over with 4:31 here to go in the third. All right, both teams scoring in the first drive of the second half. See if the Cardinals can do it again. Definitely not as good a field positioning as they had on that first drive, but see if they can get Puckett rolling again here on the ground. Maupin shifting over to the right side. And again, Puckett has it on the right side. Good blocking over here, and he's going to get turned and pulled out at about the 37-yard line. So a gain of about 4 on that play. And Cardinals coming up with a second down and I would say a very long 6, closer to 7. And snap. And Puckett has it. He's got room. He's at the 40, 45, 50. And he's going to go out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. So Cardinals making some noise here, but a flag may bring this one back as it looks like I see a hold signal going on. Cardinals have been caught with that a couple of times, and so the hold is going to bring that nice first down run back by Puckett. Going to take him back a few yards. Going to bring second down and probably about 18. Clock is stopped here as they work out the placement for the ball here on this penalty. Going to take the line of scrimmage marker back, and yeah, it's going to be second down. We'll say about 18 here on this play. Patel in motion. They're going to pass it out there to the flat. Smith Center was ready for it that time. Looked like quarterback Hutchinson might have been the one out there on that play. And they're going to lose a few more yards on that one. We're going to say maybe a 2-yard loss. And that's going to bring up third down and 20 for Plainville. Cardinals found themselves in this position on that first drive. And the penalty helped them move the ball down a little bit, see if they can, or actually it was right at the end of the first half. They got themselves backed up a little bit, got a few yards back, and then had to punt it away. So see if they can gain a few of these yards back. Third down and 20 for Plainville. And a quick handoff to Stahl. He's got some room. He's got most of the yards back. Oh, he's just short of the first down. Great run there by Zane Stahl of about 17 yards. But he's going to be probably 3 yards short of the first down. So now Plainville, they're lining up. They're not wasting any time. No huddle offense. They're waiting for the call. Nothing happening right now. Clock continues to roll, and maybe Plainville's going to take a timeout, and they do. So we'll take the timeout with them here. Getting exciting here in Cardinal Field. 2:51 here to go in the third. Smith Center 18, Plainville 16. We'll be right back.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
All right, welcome back here. Cardinal Field, 4th and a long 2. We're going to say 4th and 3 for Plainville as they are still on their side of the field. They were up to the line of scrimmage very quickly before, looking like they were going to run a play immediately, but then decided to call a timeout and kind of regroup here. So we'll see if they come out and run a play or if they back off and punt it here and try to pin Smith Center deep. Both teams having some success on the offensive side. So we'll see what strategy here the Cardinals have as they get up here to the line. 4th and short here, coming up under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. And it looks like pretty typical formation for the Cardinals. 2 receivers out wide right, Puckett in the backfield. They're going to give it to Puckett, and he is going to be stopped short. No gain. He's had good success over that left side just outside the tackle, and there was nothing there for him that time. And so no gain, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Smith Center will take it over in very good field position. So Smith Center will take it 1st and 10. They're going to have the ball. Now we got an official timeout here. I'm not sure. Wasn't anything, I thought, close enough for any kind of a measurement, or at least where they said, but they are going to measure here. Maybe from my angle it looks a little hard to tell, but they are going to measure to make sure, so that's good. It looked like he was stopped well short, and he is, so it's going to be 1st down. Smith Center, ball placed on about the 43-yard line. So Smith Center starting off in Plainville territory, 1st and 10. Cardinals using that timeout there to try to come up with a good play, and it just wasn't there. Smith Center doing a good job of reading it and closing down that right side of their defensive line. So far tonight, it's been a heavy dose of Hutchinson. We've got a flag immediately thrown. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Smith Center. That'll move them back 5 yards and make it 1st down and 15. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight on the Bird's Eye View. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast there are some other options if anything happens to our broadcast. Smith Center School YouTube channel also broadcasting this one, and we're pleased to welcome in the Tiger Media Network here tonight as they are broadcasting on their YouTube channel as well. So lots of options here tonight to watch this, what's turning out to be one of the best games of the year by far, at least on the Cardinal side of things. Quick handoff to the first back. He breaks through, and he's got grass to run in. Cardinals aren't going to be able to catch him, and they strike quickly from just inside the 50-yard line. So on 1st and 15, they go 49 yards on the touchdown, and that one stung a little bit as the Cardinals unable to catch him or stop him at the line of scrimmage. So 49-yard touchdown run for Smith Center, and that's going to put them up here 24-16 with the 2-point conversion on its way. So far, Smith Center not having much luck on these 2-point conversions. Again, surprised that they're running them each time, as before the game they had a kicker that was booting the ball pretty well, trying to gain some of their lost points back, I guess, and they have not had much luck. Hutchinson going to keep it, and that time he does have luck. So 2-point conversion is good by Hutchinson over the right side. I don't see any flags on the play, so that's going to make it 26-16. Smith Center, 2 quick scores here in the third quarter. Cardinals need to answer. We'll be right back after this short break for the kickoff.
Are you a fan of the Plainville Cardinals? Do you enjoy watching the students compete? When you can, please attend the games and support the teams. But when you can't, you can catch all of the Cardinal home games on Bird's Eye View. Go Cards! Are you a fan of the Plainville Cardinals? Do you enjoy watching the students compete? When you can, please attend the games and support the teams. but when you can't, you're going to catch all of the Cardinal home games.
All right, back here at Cardinal Field, Ashlyn and I noticing that the computer here we're using kind of doing some odd things tonight, so we're going to kind of keep an eye on it here as we are hopefully going to make it through the game here tonight, and then we can do some checking on it. But right now it's acting like it's struggling a little bit, so I'm thankful that there are other options for you to catch this game in case something does happen to us. Smith Center with a squib kick, and Plainville doing a good job jumping on that one. So they'll get it in good field position here. They'll be at their own 41-yard line, but they need to strike and strike quickly here as Smith Center now up 10 going in here close to the fourth quarter with a couple minutes left here in the third. All right, Cardinals lined up here for their 1st and 10 play. Snap to Dentino, hand off to Stahl. And Smith Center defensive line, they are fired up here as well as they drive Stahl back. He's not going to have any gain on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Plainville. And actually, they're going to say that he lost about a half a yard there, so we'll say 2nd down and 11 for Plainville as they line up with 2 receivers here are on the near side. Quick snap. Dentino going back to throw. He's throwing deep. Oh, he had Williford open down the middle. Could not quite bring it in. Dentino ends up on the ground, but no flag on the play, no roughing the passer or anything in the backfield. So we'll come back and do it again with 3rd down and 11. So no yards gained on that one. So it'll be 3rd and 11 for Plainville from their 40-yard line. All right, Plainville lined up in the same formation. Dentino just going to drop back. He's going to throw it to the sideline and just out of Patel's reach. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 11. And for sure, a punting situation for Plainville. Right now their offense has stalled a little bit. They'll need to get that back going here as they are down 10 with about 1:40 left here in the third. Puckett back to punt. Had a really good punt the last time after kind of a snap that he had to pick up and roll out to the right. So hopefully he can get a good snap here and he can launch one. Smith Center return man back about the 22, 23-yard line. Puckett very easily can make that distance on a punt. Good snap. And a good line drive kick that's going to hit and roll. And it's picked up anyway. And Smith Center running down the right sideline. They got some room over there. They're going to say he stepped out. It's probably a very good thing that he did because it looked like he could cut back and possibly taken that one all the way to the end zone. So let's see where he ends up, where they put him out of bounds there. It looks like it's going to be about the 33-yard line. So Plainville 3 and out, had to punt. And Smith Center now scoring twice here in the third quarter, gets it back here in their own territory at the 33-yard line. All right, Plainville defense stacking it up on the inside again, trying to keep that interior part of the line in control. Hutchinson ready for the snap. Again, a long snap count by design. He's going to keep it again, and he's still got it. He's still rolling, and he's going to get about 9 yards on first down. He has really had a good night tonight for Smith Center. So we're going to give him 9 yards on that first down play. Cardinals were able to bring him down. Going to be 2nd down and short. I think they're actually going to give him about 8 yards on that play. Let's see where they put the marker. Now they'll say 9. So 2nd down and 1 here for Smith Center. Clock rolling here, coming up on a minute to go here in the third quarter. And Smith Center not in any big hurry here to run plays as they got that 10-point lead. And they're going to keep it here on the left side and move it forward enough for a first down. So about a 2-yard gain there on second down. Going to be 1st and 10, and clock rolling here. We're down to 35 seconds as it stops, or 36.8, I guess exactly, as it stops there long enough to get the chains moved. Smith Center should be able to get another play off here in this quarter, and then we'll switch sides and we'll have 1 quarter left here from Cardinal Field. Been a great game so far. Cardinals needing a stop here and a couple of scores as they find themselves down 10 right now, getting close to the 4th quarter. Smith Center again taking their time. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They're starting to eat that clock up. Handoff up the middle and nothing doing there. And that should end the 3rd quarter, and I think it will. And we will head to the 4th quarter here. Plainville finding themselves down 10. There were 3 scores in that 3rd quarter, but 2 of them by Smith Center. It's 26-16 Redmond as we head into the 4th. We will be right back. All right, 4th quarter here from Cardinal Field. Smith Center up 26-16 after 2 scores there in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals scored also, but Smith Center controlling most of that quarter on the ground. See if the Cardinals here can get a stop. Second down and about 9. Ball spotted at about the Smith Center 46-yard line. Kelvey in motion. Handoff first back through. And he's going to get some positive yards there. Looks like they're going to give him about 5. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 3 for the Redmen. And again, I think they're just going to continue to run the ball and take their time. They would love to see this clock shoot up. Cardinals have 2 of their timeouts left here as they burned one there in the 3rd quarter on that 4th down play. And a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be, he's crawling forward, but I think they're going to spot him short of the first down. They're going to bring up a 4th down and a half a yard. So he did hit the ground and kind of army crawl forward, but not enough for the first down. Actually, they spotted him back further than I thought they were going to. So 4th and 1, big defensive play here coming up for the Cardinals. All right, big play here. Trying to draw him offside. First back through, and he's going to get enough for the first down. Looks like they're spotting him almost at the 40, 45-yard line. That should be enough for a first down without a measurement. We'll see. And they are moving the chains there. So first down for Smith Center as they continue to move the ball. 10.5 now left in the game. Long snap count again, waiting on the clock to run down. Hutchinson going to keep it. He's on the right side. He's got some blockers over there. He's at the 35, dives forward to almost the 30. But a flag on the play. I think there's either going to be a holding or a block in the back here at about the 42-yard line. Looks like a block in the back there at the 42. Illegal block there, so Cardinals will benefit from that, as Hutchinson had moved down and gained some good positive yards there. That's going to move it back to the 48-yard line. So instead of a 1st and 10, they're going to have a 1st and about 18 from their own 48. All right, clock will roll here. And a quick handoff up to the first back. And he's going to get back maybe 4 of those yards. So 4-yard gain there on 1st and 18. And we're going to say 2nd down and a long 14, almost 15 here for the Redmen. And again, they are purposely watching that play clock. They are not in any hurry, so the Cardinals are going to get anxious here and start making some plays. Got some more scores coming in from Cale Dobson. We'll check those here after this play. And the snap to Hutchinson. He's waiting, kind of that long count again. Quick pass out to the flat. One guy to beat. And going to get about 4 yards, but it's still going to bring up a 3rd down and long. Scores coming in from our source, Cale Dobson. Phillipsburg 33, Beloit 20 at the end of 3rd. Hoxie 54, Stockton 14. Oakley 21, Syracuse 12. And again, those are end of 3rd quarter scores. So Smith Center here getting some positive gains here on the last 2 plays, but after that penalty, they still have a long ways to go here. 3rd and 10 for Smith Center. Handoff, runs into his own guy, and the Cardinals take care of the rest. Has nothing doing there. If anything, maybe a half a yard loss. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. This is going to be a very interesting call here by Smith Center. If they're going to go for it here and not get it, that's a long 4th down. But if they punt it, they might be able to pin the Cardinals deep into their own into the field. So we'll see what they end up trying to do here. They've only had a couple of punts here tonight, and one of them wasn't a very good one. It was kind of a delayed snap, but they're lining up to go for it, see if they're going to try to get the Cardinals to jump. Cardinals doing a good job here on the discipline side of things, and they may just try to draw them off sides here and get a little bit back. If they can get 5 yards back, then I'm sure they'd go for it. And we got a timeout, I think, on the field by Smith Center. Yeah, I think they were just trying to draw Plainville off and try to get a few yards back so they'd make the 4th down a little bit easier try. But nothing doing there as the Cardinals held their ground. And it'll still be 4th down. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't see the flag. I was talking and yapping and didn't see the flag. It's actually going to move them back 5 yards. So 4th and 15. Thought they had called timeout, but flag on the play moves Smith Center back, and now I'm guessing they'll for sure punt as Hutchinson goes back to punting position. Cardinals back ready to receive. So the Cardinals will get it back here. 7 1/4 left in the 4th quarter. Good snap for the Redmen, and a much better kick than they had earlier in the game. That's going to cause Cardinals have to come up, and I think the ball's loose, but there's also a flag on the play. I'm not sure who ended up with it. The officials are pointing Smith Center's way, but there's a flag on the play. So we'll see here what happens when they sort this out. I'm not sure what the flag was or if it will be knocked out with the fumbled catch. So they're saying the penalty is on Plainville, so that's going to be Smith Center's ball as they punt it down and regain the fumbled catch. And Smith Center now in good field position. 1st and 10 from the Plainville 29-yard line. All right, Smith Center coming up here to the line of scrimmage. Clock stopped there after that change of possession. And this time Hutchinson's going to keep it up the middle. He cuts left, and he goes down to the 15. Good saving tackle there by the Cardinals. So enough for another first down. It's going to move the chains. Clock will stop while they do that, and Redmond find themselves down at about the 16-yard line now. 1st and 10. The clock will roll again. Cardinals really need a stop here on defense. Two receivers out wide right for the Redmond. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They're going to have to get it snapped here pretty soon. 1 second. They just got the snap off. Handoff on the left side, and it's going to be about a 9-yard gain. I think that might have been Wilson over there on the 9-yard gain. They're going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Oh, they dropped him a little earlier than that. 2nd down and about 3. So 2nd and 3 for Smith Center. Again, I want to remind you of the other outlets that are streaming this game, just in case we're still kind of watching our computer and seeing that it might be having a few issues here that we're not going to be able to stop. So we're just going to keep rolling here. But something happens to our stream, you can check it out on Smith Center YouTube channel or the Tiger Media Network. Hutchinson, left side, going to drive it in, and he is going to cross the end zone for another score. So Hutchinson goes across for about an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are just having a tough time in the second half stopping the Redmen. 32-16 with 5:51 to go. All right, Smith Center lining up here again, 4-2. And they're going to give it to Hutchinson. He's going to pitch it out to the right side, and they're going to take it in as Riley Powers takes it in over the right side. That's going to make it 34-16 Smith Center with 5:51 here to go in the game. Cardinals will get it back here after the kickoff. We'll be right back. Okay, bringing up this screen again. As I mentioned a couple times, we've had a few computer issues tonight that we can't do anything about. We're just kind of watching and seeing if we can make it through this game. But in the meantime, if something happens to our stream, your other options here are the Smith Center School YouTube channel and Tiger Media Network, also a YouTube channel that you can search for. Or you can also listen to it on KQMA radio out of Phillipsburg. So those are your options if anything happens to our bird's eye view stream. Cardinals finding themselves down here in the fourth quarter. It still says 32-16 unless I missed something. I was kind of watching the computer. They made the extra point there, I thought, but Now the points are up there, 34-16 as we come back to the playing field. Cardinals will get the kickoff here from Smith Center. They're going to have to score quick. They're going to have to open it up here and either get some big plays on the ground or some big passes in the air, which they were able to do early on. But this half, other than the first drive for Plainville, has been all Smith Center. And another pooch kick. Plainville picks it up, coming around the left side. A nice run back for a touchdown would be a good start, but they're going to get pulled down about the 35-yard line. I think that might have been Stahl on that run back. So Plainville will take over here, down 34-16 in the fourth quarter. Just 5:47 here to go. See what they can do here on this drive as they start off at their own 35-yard line. Another score coming in from Cale Dobson. Trigo 40, Wichita County 34 in middle of the third quarter. Puckett going around the left side with some room to run, and he runs some people over. He lowers the boom on Smith Center. Going to cross midfield. They're going to put him right at midfield. He goes out of bounds. That should stop the clock. Great gain on first down. About a 15-yard run there for Puckett. And the Cardinals looking good there. 2 timeouts left here. Smith Center with all of their timeouts left. I don't see them using any unless Cardinals can score quickly here. Dentino, handoff again. This time right side. Puckett with room. He's got a blocker over there. Makes the tackler miss. And he's going to get pulled down, but not before another 12-yard gain. So 27 yards on 2 carries here. And Puckett, he means business right now. He is putting the Cardinals on his back, trying to carry them to the end zone. Cardinals are going to have to be quick here. That clock is rolling, and they want to save those timeouts for at the end. So Cardinals coming up to the line of scrimmage quickly here. And another handoff, and this time Smith Center not going to let him gain anything on that one. Maybe a half a yard if he's lucky. It's going to bring up second down. And we're just going to say 10. I don't think they're going to give him any yards on that. Puckett's going to come out for a well-deserved breather. Williford and Myers coming in for the Cardinals. And Zane Stahl coming into the backfield for Puckett. Dentino back to throw. He's got an arm. He goes across the middle and just a little bit out past the receiver. So the clock will stop on that one, but that's going to make it third down and 10. So no gain on that one after an incomplete pass, and the Cardinals find themselves in a third and long. And Patel and Brown coming back into the game for the Cardinals. See what the Cardinals have dialed up for this one. Third and 10 here with the clock stopped at 4:41. Handoff over the right side to Stahl, and he's going to gain about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up a fourth down, and no, they're going to mark him not even 2 yards. It's going to be a long 8 or fourth and, we'll just say 4th and 8 here for the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to have to go for it here. Clock is rolling. They're running out of time. They need points. They find themselves down 18 points here. Stahl coming out of the game for the Cardinals. So 4th and 8 here. This is a big play for Plainville. See if they can gain the first down here and keep the drive alive. Dentino dropping back to pass. He's got a receiver down the sideline. Just out of reach. I don't see any flags on the play, and that's going to end the drive for Plainville. That's going to be 1st and 10 for Smith Center. Taking a long time to come back. I don't see any flags out there. There seem to be a lot of confusion on the field right now. Now they're moving the chain. So 1st and 10, Smith Center from their own 36-yard line, and you're going to see a whole load of running and taking forever to snap the ball here as they're going to run that down. Again, Cardinals still with 2 timeouts left. Cardinals need a turnover here, get the ball deep into Smith Center territory, see if they can make a hit and jar the ball loose. as I really doubt Smith Center is going to pass. Hutchinson kicks it outside, and he did a whole lot of moving there for no more than a gain. Matter of fact, he might have lost a yard. He was not going to give up on that play, but guess what? Neither did the Cardinals' defensive line and linebackers, and they came up and got a stop there. 1 yard loss on the play. Clock is still rolling. Play clock at 19. So Smith Center, what they've been doing is running that play clock down to about 5 seconds ever since they went up by 2 scores. And they're going to do it again. Handoff over here around the right side. That's Wilson. He's going to cut it up. Bounces off one tackler and going to get driven out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but going to make it more attackable for them. Into the third quarter, Ellis 30, La Crosse 18. Another score coming in from Cale Dobson. As always, we appreciate it so very much. So penalty on the play that time is going to move Smith Center back. And move them way back. So instead of a 3rd and short, they're going to have a 2nd down and about 16 or 17. All right, receivers out wide, right and left for Smith Center. Pretty much the formation they've run most of the evening. Quick handoff to the second back, and he's going to gain probably about 6 yards. Going to get it back to closer to a 3rd and 10. Actually, going to spot him a little further than that. Let's see here. Now they're going to be closer to that original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 10 here for Smith Center as they let that clock roll. 2:38 here. As we wind down here on homecoming night, again, we want to congratulate Riddick Bethel and Emma Fazell on being crowned king and queen for this year. I want to thank Ashlyn for coming up here and running the camera again tonight, as she has volleyball action tomorrow pretty much all day, I think, the way it sounds. So she was telling me she's got an early morning tomorrow, so I appreciate her being here to help out. 3rd down play for Smith Center is going to gain a few yards, but it's not going to be near enough, and we'll see if I'm sure they'll punt it now and force the Cardinals to go a little bit longer on the field. Clock is rolling, though, 1:55. And Smith Center coming in here with, we'll see if they run something here on 4th and long. And it does look like they're lined up for a play here. So 4th and 8 for Plainville. And instead, we got a timeout called for by Smith Center. So the timeout called there by Smith Center. We'll kind of just stay here live for this one, as I'm not sure what they were seeing or what they were doing on that play. So kind of looking at the school bulletin here as we are on this timeout here again. Tomorrow there is JV volleyball at Hill City, and homecoming dance tomorrow evening here at Plainville. On Monday, busy day, girls golf at Lake Barton. JV football will go to Smith Center, and junior high will have volleyball at Ransom. On Tuesday, there will be volleyball here, and that's going to be a long evening, as Hoxie, Ellis, and Smith Center will be coming to town. So we have a quad volleyball match on Tuesday here at Plainville, 4 o'clock. And then on Thursday, volleyball again. It'll be the last home action of the year. Natoma and Western Plains coming here. And then football next Friday at Oakley. And more volleyball next Saturday at Ellis. So volleyball just goes and goes and goes. All right, here we go. 1:25 here. And now Smith Center is looking like they're going to back up and punt this one. And a little high snap, but he has it, not blocked. Gets it away. This time Cardinals come up and do make a play on the ball and a good run back. I think that's Myers. He's going to get it almost back to the 50. So the Cardinals running out of time here, obviously, but a good effort there to get that back to the 49-yard line. And the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. So I kind of tapered off there at the end. Football next Friday at Oakley, and then volleyball next Saturday at Ellis. So a whole lot of volleyball going on. You have tomorrow, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Football, JV on Monday, and varsity on Friday, and golf on Monday as well. So a whole lot of action. We're hitting the month of October, and that starts championship time. So a lot of championships will come around towards the end of October. So it's amazing that we're even there yet. Dentino back to throw over to the sideline just off the fingertips of Ari Patel. And that'll stop the clock at 1:12 and give the Cardinals a 2nd and 10. Looks like Patel will come off the field here a little bit. Get a little breather. He's been working hard over there on the sideline. We got Myers here on the near side, Williford over on the far right. And Puckett still in the backfield with Dentino. Back to throw. He's going to get rushed. A little screen pass. It's connected here on the left side. Nice little pass there. Owen Brewster coming across the middle. Gains about, let's see, not quite enough for the first down, but pretty close. Almost close enough for a measurement, but they're not going to measure here. As Plainville will snap it again. The ball is on the ground. Dentino's going to have to fall on it, and I see a flag on the play. We are under a minute here. And that's going to be on the Cardinals. So not the outcome that the Cardinals wanted tonight on homecoming night. It was an awesome game for about 2.5 quarters, and then Smith Center took over in that third quarter and has pretty much had control of it since then. Good night on the ground for Hutchinson as he had several long runs against the Cardinals, but the Cardinals, good night tonight. A lot of positives they can get from this one as they head into Oakley next week. That'll be another big matchup that they'll need. Oakley's had some success this year, so Plainville will need to go out to Oakley and set things straight and come back with a victory. They will fall to 1-3, and Smith Center will move to 4-0 on this season as we're about halfway through the season. So Cardinals at Oakley next week. They'll come back to Syracuse the week after that. Then there'll be a bye week for the game that would have been Stanton County, but they're not playing that one anymore as Stanton County dropped down to 8-man. And that might be another flag on the play. I think the Cardinals might have jumped on that one. So the Cardinals really hurting themselves right now as they've had 2 penalties in a row. And it's going to move him back again. So that's going to make it a third down and 20. We have a final score coming in from Cale Dobson. Looks like finals here. Phillipsburg 40, Beloit 28, Hoxie 60, Stockton 14. 3 minutes left to play. Oakley up over Syracuse 21-12. That pass play connected by Dentino. I think Brewster on that one again. Tackled inbounds, but we got a timeout by Plainville, so a timeout's going to stop the clock with 26.9 seconds here to go. So Cardinals will have to regroup after this one. Tough loss here on homecoming night, but still a good game. A lot of positives in this one. Smith Center will head out 4-0 from this one. They showed in the second half there why they are a good team. But Plainville, good team as well. They just need to to regroup and head out to Oakley, come back home to Syracuse, and come away with a couple of wins over the next couple of weeks and finish out this season strong. I want to thank the crowd for coming out here tonight. I know they're here, not listening on Bird's Eye View, but a good crowd here tonight for homecoming. Cheerleaders doing a great job tonight. Cardinal doing a great job tonight. Great job by the recreation cheerleaders at halftime on their performance. And now Cardinals coming back out on the field after that nice pass play. Our whole crow's nest up here is shaking, isn't it, Ashlyn? The crowd's like, they're getting after it on the bleachers, and we're shaking up here. All right, Cardinals with a 4th down and a 6. See if they can make this first down here and finish on a good positive note. And high snap on the ground, and Tino has to just throw it away, and that is going to do it. Smith Center will be able to just kneel this one out and come away with a victory. So a tough one here tonight for the Cardinals. We appreciate you joining us on the Bird's Eye View. We hope you are able to catch the game next week as Oakley Open Spaces Sports. They'll have that one online for you to watch. And then when we come back on the 10th for Syracuse, Ashlyn and I are going to have to spend some time working on this computer and see what's going on with it. So it looks like we're getting pretty close to the end, but it was definitely giving us some a little bit of worry there, I think. Let's put it that way. But hopefully it'll make it through here and we can do some testing on it and see what's going on, or switch machines before the next game. So Smith Center, yep, they're just going to kneel on it, and that will run the clock out. So your final score here tonight from Cardinal Field: Smith Center 34, Plainville 16. Thank you for joining us on the Bird's Eye View. Again, I thank Ashlyn for coming up here and running the camera for me tonight. Beautiful night. Turned out great. We didn't even have to run the fan all night. It was so nice up here. But rough one for the Cardinals. Better luck next week as they move on to Oakley. We will see you in a couple weeks. Actually, we'll see you next week for volleyball here at Cardinal Gym. But we will see you in a couple weeks for football here live from Cardinal Field for the Bird's Eye View. I'm Tom Winters along with Ashlyn Whitney. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next